My hands look so, look at this, white against I will get the lighting right eventually. It might not be 3 Christmases from now. This makes no sense at all. But I'm flying by the seat of my pants today because my producer, who normally runs our show, is a little under the weather. And I said, Effie, we all got pain. I'm going to need you to come do the show. And he faded to black. So y'all got to deal with me this week. I'm going to bring Mike Sean and research in because they're being little bad kids behind the curtain now, laughing and giggling and snickering and stuff like that. But I want to welcome you, kings and queens, and say I love you to all of my sponsors. Thank you so much for hanging in there with us.
Tired of fake lashes that leave a mess? Or have you looking like you've got caterpillars on your face? Well, the Diamond Brink store is here for it all. They've got natural mink lashes that are cruelty-free, reusable, super soft, and comfortable. They've also got a wing 3D effect. Check out the lashes at the Diamond Brink store at myshopify.com. 6inchshoes.com. 6inch Shoes is a high-end online shoe store with a huge collection of stunning footwear and accessories. Step up your look with 6inch Shoes and accessories from global brands and local designers. You can count on 6inch Shoes to elevate your style quotient and stand out in the crowd with stylish footwear and accessories. For more information, go to 6inchshoes.com.
Mobile brake guys are changing the game. Our mobile brake repair experts will come to your house, office, or anywhere you like to have your brake repair service, saving you time and energy. Many companies charge a premium for convenience. Not them. It's just the benefit of their unique business model. You can also book an oil change with a book brake service. Just go to mobilebrakeguys.net.
This portion of the Miss Jones in the Morning Show reunion is brought to you by our friends at Sarah Brown Caterers. With their new location in Oak Bluffs, Martha's Vineyard, you can make a reservation now. Go swim, enjoy the island, and come back for a catered meal. Plan for your friends. They'll cook and cater for you. The information's right before you. Sarah Brown Caterers. Ladies and gentlemen, kings and queens, welcome to episode 27 of the Miss Jones Morning Show reunion.
Very nice.
What's good?
Hello, guys.
Hey.
So I'm assuming Envy's never coming back. Thanks, Queen's Flip.
Right?
Thank you, Queen's Flip.
Damn,
and
Flip.
Yeah. But you know what? But it's okay because we talk like every day and he's helping me with other projects behind the scenes. Like today, for example, we have a guest who is from Wildin' Out.
Yeah.
And his name is Rip Michael. And he is actually the promoter behind. All right, there's a little bit of light. My hands still, nope, they still white. He's the promoter behind the Fallback Comedy Show going on Friday night at the Barclay Center. Tickets are still available. Amazing lineup. Monique is on there. Honestly, I don't know who else is on there except for Monique because that's who I'm going really to see. And Buster's performing. So, Of course, I'd love our private parts to touch during a tight, long hug also.
Oh, no.
And that's all I'm going for. Yeah. One of those long hugs. Like, 3 seconds is really it's a 1, 2, 3 release. This one's got to be 1, 2, 3. Then it's got to be this. Then it's got to be this.
It's going down.
Then it's got to be this and this again. The this again. That's bird.
And we have moisture.
That is chemistry, not moisture. That's chemistry.
Whatever you want to call it. Also, real quick, Jonesy, Lil Duval's on that show. DC Young Fly's on that show. Brandon T. Jackson's on that show. They got a lineup that's great. Just Hilarious is on the show. So it's a fire. It's a fire lineup. It's definitely a fire lineup.
And I wish you would come back home so you can start being part of the fire and showing them what fire looks like.
Man, I'll jump on a flight. Just let me know. I got the VIP on Frontier Airlines. Shout to Frontier.
Big shout out to Frontier.
Frontier has a flight at 10 midnight that'll get you on the East Coast by like 11 o'clock at night. I love that.
Really?
He said 10 midnight.
Yeah, 10 midnight. Yeah, 10 midnight. Get you, 9:55. Get you there by midnight. I'm sorry, like midnight. 12. Yeah. But, hey, Frontier, I feel like I'm taking a train. It's dope. I love it.
We need more airlines to be that type of have that type of accessibility.
Yes, ma'am.
But our raggedy asses. So Frontier is on color people time.
Are they? And it just be us on there.
Because you know what?
It's like the Soul Train Awards. It's just us. It's just us.
And based on the whiteness of the Emmys and the disrespect to all the great Black programs that got snubbed, maybe it needs to stay us for us.
Yeah, man.
They played us last year with that bullshit Schitt's Creek show. That was okay, but didn't deserve to sweep. And now this year it was The Crown.
And Ted Lanson.
Let me tell you something.
The show. Yeah, let me get that.
I love everything, all those period pieces. I think
me too.
I love the Tudors. I love all the royal, the Queen Elizabeth. I live for that. The Crown, however, I have not been able to latch onto. And yet it swept the Emmys. I'm pissed off that Blackish got nothing and this is their final season. But I think that's more of an affront to the creator, Kenya Barris. Because remember, Kenya Barris walked away from ABC on bad terms.
Well, I mean, it shouldn't be about that, but unfortunately.
But it's 40 people that judge that don't look like us and don't watch our stuff. So it's like having a jury of your peers, right? They're not our peers.
Did Lovecraft Country get anything?
No, Michael K. Williams didn't win.
What?
Listen, we can say all you want about Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry made one comment that I will always agree with. Stop trying to get food at their table.
Yep.
Build your own table. We look so thirsty sometimes when this constantly happens, and it's just like, okay, we get it. Like they're consistent. They're consistent. Blackish just won a few Emmys, so they sprinkle it out and they give a few Emmys here and there. And you know what I'm saying? They had Cedric the Entertainer hosted, and they
we're good to host. Oh, we're great.
Yeah. And do our little buffoonery to Biz Markie, who nobody knows who he is at the Emmys. But
give them
their little Black moment. Let the niggers do their nigger thing, and then we can get down to business. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, I mean,
that's very disappointing.
Is it really disappointing?
You know,
get the check, and
go
and entertain us and make us laugh and do or make us cry in a drama or make us excited and whatever, and get the credit from us. Like, we're not getting it. We're not gonna get it. It just doesn't happen.
Enter music. No, you're never gonna get it. You're never gonna get it.
No.
You know, it's unfortunate, but you know, Tyler Perry was right. He said he went down and built his own table in Atlanta, and we still trying to get Emmys.
Even though Tyler ain't trying to give nobody dessert and hors d'oeuvres at that table.
He ain't trying to get nobody a good wig, that's for sure.
You know, Twitter has been crazy about him in those damn wigs.
Because it's bad. Tyler is a BYOB producer.
But did you see his response?
You got to bring your own bad hair.
He responded. He was like, listen, I do it all. He was like, I don't do hair. Please cut me some slack.
No, cut us a budget. Cut us a check for a budget, Negro.
There's a lot of excellent wig makers out there. He needs to employ a few. There's also a sportscaster, Black woman. I forget her name. Football, I think it is. And people already beefing about her and her terrible wigs on the football field. What's her name, Michael Sean?
Oh, no, they've been talking about her for years. Are you talking about the one on NBC that just started? Because her wigs seem to be good. Wow, I really sound gay right now. Okay, listen. I don't even know. I don't even know about the wigs. I was watching the game. I don't even know.
No, too late now. It's an older lady. But
I can't get my lighting right. I'll be right back. Hold on. Speak amongst yourselves.
Oh, okay. What's her name? I can't believe I forgot her name because she was the number one sideline reporter, and then
she's the one who got hit in the head. Remember?
Yeah, she got. But the funny thing is that it was us that was killing her on Twitter. White folks didn't even know that the wig was bad, and we killed her on Twitter, and then she got demoted because we brought attention to it.
No.
Yes, that's why she got demoted. We brought the attention. Them folks didn't know nothing. She's been doing it for years. Go ahead, just Google it. NFL. God, I can't believe
reporter.
I can't remember old girl's name. She was a mainstay.
Here she is. What's her name? What's her name? What's her name? Of course, no one's gonna give me her name. I see her picture here. This lady. Damn it. What is her name? Pam Oliver.
Pam Oliver.
Pam Oliver. And
Pam-
now listen, she's great at what she does, right? I love to see women doing sport casting. I think it is phenomenal. And it gives a little bit of a different perspective, right? But Pam, we got to do better
I rock with
with
Pam.
the
but
wigs.
Pam has been doing it for a long time, right?
Yes.
So Pam's had some alleged issues with partying a little too hard and being no for real. And one game, the word got out that she was a little Slurville in Green Bay, but it was freezing.
Yes, I remember that controversy. I do remember that.
Something totally different because I
What
couldn't get
happened?
the light, so I just went and changed the whole hair.
Well, what?
I'm not gonna fight with no lighting tonight. I think this might look. I think this.
Oh,
I mean,
up.
we were talking about wigs and.
Yo, shut up.
But now.
Yo, I can't get this light right.
I
And
can't
she
get
come
the
back
light
with a
So
different
it's
wig.
clearly the wig, right?
It must be the hair. I think the hair was too black. That's why I felt like I was being washed out. Look, see, I don't look as brown as I. You got to do the back of the hand test.
Yup, you sure are right. Yeah,
I
you're
don't
right.
know, and now I don't think I love this lip. You think I should change the lip?
Yeah, go get another lip. Go ahead.
Do you think
Red?
this lip will look
the stuff from
red or no?
I think that lip that you have is nice. It's similar to mine.
y'all got me looking like one of the guys on Next Top Supermodel. Jesus.
It's okay, Mike. It's okay.
Yeah, you'll be
Alright.
fine.
Let
Go
me block
change
my
the lip.
shit. Let me
You
block
think
my
I should
shit
change
out
the
for a
lip?
second.
Yeah,
Let me
go
block
change
my-
the lip. Shit,
No,
why
that's-
not?
Oh,
All right.
Jesus.
Hold on. I'll probably change it right here. I hope it comes off. I think I put one of those Instagram lipsticks that stay on forever on.
All right, Mike. So we were talking about Pam while she changes the lip.
So
So
Pam was in Green Bay. It was
Mhm.
like 5 below.
Mhm.
So she got slurry. But
Mhm.
then people started saying it was because of the cold. I know slurry.
Yes, you do.
That had nothing to do with the cold.
Are you
That had-
serious?
Yes, this old girl she was gone. But God bless her, because they've all been there. All the male announcers and all of they all been there. When they go there for a game on Sunday, you best believe when they get there on Friday, they do their research. And then what do? They stuck
the
in that
bar.
city, so they pop
Mhm.
off.
Mhm.
But Pam has just had a few, she's had a few bad experiences, but she's still on it. She's on the second team now. She was on the number 1 team with Troy Aikman and Joe Buck, and they
Mhm.
moved her to the second team. But she's still making some money. Let's see what Pam.
Let's see what
Oliver's
Pam
actually-
is worth.
Oh, I love Pam Oliver.
Yeah, let me see what she's
Let's see what
worth.
she's worth.
I know the name and I remember seeing her.
Pam Oliver. Let's do
It
network.
says,
I say $7 million.
yep, just about 7 million.
That's almost as much as we make on this podcast, so I guess that's fair.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's good.
Give a take on what our deductibles are for the year.
But
Hair and makeup.
Yeah, hair and makeup and stuff like that. It is what it is.
I like this. I think this looks okay. You like the
sure.
red lip? Yeah, right.
I do like the red lip. Mhm.
Hits the. Do you think my cheeks are? We need like a beauty. We need like a beauty. Somebody to come on and like.
No,
I
what
shouldn't
are
be
you
doing this.
What are you doing?
I put lipstick on my cheek and I'm gonna like
No.
rub it in to make it look like rouge.
Close your eyes, Mike. Close your eyes.
No, go ahead, Joe.
No, I really have never really been into makeup and stuff, but I'm interested and I'm curious now because I'm feeling like sometimes my look repeats itself. And I feel like if we could get someone like either on my IG, Jakari maybe. Jakari's face is always beat with a brick to give me some tips.
Beat with a brick.
Yeah, beat with a. Like, look, I look a little more lively and not as washed out, right?
Yeah, that was quick.
I've just never been a red cheek person.
Do my cheeks look actually red?
No, but no.
Yeah, that's just like football players do.
No,
Let's
no.
just leave that right there.
Ah!
All shown. Ah, this is bad. Someone needs to send me like some real cheap shit.
Please, someone send her some real cheek shoes.
This is very old school. I used to watch my mom do this.
Yeah, it's very old Mr. Cheek School. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
I
See,
did
don't.
look.
watch my mom do that. I did watch my mom do that shit right before they went to the disco.
With the
The disco.
We go
Was
to
that-
the disco.
who is calling? I don't even know.
Who has a house phone? Don't answer that.
Hello,
Hey, what's up?
Donna. I said, who is calling my house phone?
You know what? And
This is everybody. This is my friend Donna. Donna's the one who's taking me to the comedy show on Friday. Donna, you on air?
why you want to go? What you wearing, girl? You wearing him? Doing that? I'm not doing all that.
I'm not doing all that either.
I got a bad knee.
Yeah, I have a bad knee. I have a bad back. I have a bad everything, and I just need to be flat so I can skate around backstage and make moves.
That's what I said. I gotta be comfortable. I just put the damn braids on. My hair grew back so good, and it's growing so long. I'm so happy because I was bald.
All right, no, you weren't, Donna. I gotta call you back. You're live on my podcast right now.
Oh my gosh!
Say hi to everybody. Bye, Donna.
Bye, Donna. Scratch your scalp.
They said bye. I said, who is calling? You know, she has the house number because anytime someone in Astoria dies, she calls the house.
So did somebody die?
But why?
No,
Oh,
But why
Jesus.
specifically the house phone? Why can't they just call your cell? Like, why?
because the house phone means it's serious. Because
Right.
nobody calls the house. Like,
So how many people in America do you think still have a house phone?
that's a good question. I think that we should all, as a backup, because when Verizon don't get their money, they cut off all phones.
But I haven't had a house phone in
I haven't had a house phone in a bit.
15 years.
But
So
don't-
what do y'all just use cellular?
Just cellular.
But if they cut you off, you're cut off. Like you're cut off.
So
That's why you gotta
don't
pay your bill. You gotta pay your bill
on time. Yeah.
You gotta do. That's the one bill I have to have automatic
That's
pay on.
same here.
I keep automatic because I don't play with that one. I can't
What?
do that.
But listen,
No.
you know what happened? My bill came in. I didn't even realize it till like last week, and I started stressing out. They charged me $2,400 from when I was in Bahamas. So automatic payment that. So
Was
they
that
would have
Wi-Fi?
snatched it.
How?
I don't know.
that?
I'm fighting with them now. And I'm not even fighting. I
Oh.
explained to them. I said years ago, I know you had to call and buy an international plan before you traveled.
Yes.
Then you guys changed it to don't worry, just go. It automatically adjusts itself.
Or you get a text when you arrive in whatever country you're in.
So I assumed I didn't have to call and buy no plan, that it was just going to adjust. But remember, I got there and I wasn't even able to call you. Remember?
Yes, I do
was-
remember that.
It wouldn't even let me call out. So what's the $2,400 for? So I think they were charging me for roaming.
Whoa.
I've never even been to Rome.
They would charge you for them 4-hour fucking Instagram lives that you were doing from the poolside. God.
But that was Wi-Fi.
But I guess it
Right?
wasn't.
It had to be.
Were you
No,
connected?
because you can't get a signal. You have to be, because that's like internet.
Right. Yeah, so it had to be Wi-Fi.
Because I had to put my room number in and everything. So so anyway, to the point, that's why I don't do automatic withdrawal out my thing. And that's why I need a backup phone, because tomorrow I probably won't be able to call either of you because I'm not paying $2,400. I'm not.
Wow, you topped me because I got bad news like that. But my story ain't even.
Excuse me.
Bless you.
24. Jesus.
That's too much. They don't even charge that anymore. So they have notes in my account. I'm waiting for a supervisor to call me back. But every day I call them just to see like what's going on. Please don't cut me off. And I made my regular monthly payment that I usually pay.
Right.
So hopefully they see that, but you never know with them. That's why I don't trust. That's why I still have my old dusty, busty, reliable phone that the kids steal the batteries, lose the backs, and it's taped in now. And yeah.
Oh God.
I'm not fancy. I'm not fancy like you in research. I'm not fancy
I'm
enough
not.
to.
I'm not fancy, but that's some funny shit.
Yeah, I can't take
Yep.
that rubber off because they would have wiped my account out with $2,400.
Josie
Yeah,
be like,
that's a bit much.
Josie kids be like,
That's
we
a lot.
can't get a channel. She's like, hold on, I'm going upstairs and check the antenna.
One day, all of that Wi-Fi, hi-fi, internet shit is gonna come all to a close, and you're gonna wish you still had an antenna upstairs like me.
The antenna.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Laugh now. So we were talking about what were we about to talk about? We were talking about the Emmys.
Yeah.
So much stuff has transpired, I feel like, since we've last done a show.
Should we do a quick rundown?
Why not?
All right. Well, you had Haitians at the border in Texas being treated like slaves from the 1600s.
And it's in real time with horses kicking them and the horse rider police border patrol whipping them with whips.
In real time. Like, I had no words when I saw what transpired yesterday. Like, zero words. So that's the latest. And to hear the White House talk about, oh, we're putting them on planes and sending them back, not telling them that you're sending them back to Haiti after they've made this huge trek through however many countries to get here, to a country that's president was assassinated, who had an earthquake this summer, 10 years pretty much to the date that they had one 10 years ago that they never fully recovered from. And there is untold levels of poverty. Like, who else do you think should get asylum if not them? Like, what circumstances do you need to be under to get asylum? So we all know what this is, and we all know what this is about.
Right, we do.
We do. I mean, it's super unfortunate, and I'm hoping that this gets addressed.
Well, it's not part of the agenda. You got to understand,
well,
it's not part of the agenda, because if you're, and I have nothing against my Afghan brothers and sisters, but if you're from there, you get an actual plane ride over here.
Right now,
but we're not part of. They're not part of the political agenda, and the border is looking exactly the same way it did under Trump. So Joey B,
let's get it. Let's go.
I'm about to say you full of shit and you played us again.
What happened?
Yeah.
You know, and so somebody, the head of the that department, I forget, Border Patrol, he was like, you know, well, there was an order. No, was it the White House one of the White House representatives? She was like, well, these people are being sent because they kind of just showed up, and it was an orderly. People left Afghanistan orderly and brought to the U.S. And while I think that we should have brought those people in Afghan who helped us during this absolute ridiculous 20-year war, there was nothing orderly about it. We got to stop rewriting history that happened like 5 days ago. There was nothing orderly about it. And so comparing the disorder in Afghanistan to the disorder at the border is disingenuous. And if Haitians don't deserve asylum, who in this world does? Plus, we owe Haiti.
I agree.
We owe Haiti, and we need to give Haiti back its gold that we took in like 1915.
Well, we didn't take it. Our slave owners took it.
No. This was 1914. We went, invaded Haiti, and took their gold reserve.
Who's the we?
Give it back. The United States.
Have Black people? I'm saying Black people. Tell it what a TI is.
When I say we, I mean the United States. They
don't consider us part. That's why they're taking away our voting rights. Yeah. That's why they're so appalled that we were able to shift the election by showing up. So I don't consider myself a part of them. Sorry, that's just me.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
It's what it is, because they want all our stuff. They want my culture. They want my hair. They want my skin tone. They want the hips and my curves, the curves in my head. I don't want nothing that they got. Nothing. I went to the private schools that my great-grandfather built, like physically built. Mm-hmm. That's why I'm getting that, because you owe, nigga. Pay as you weigh.
So that's been going on. COVID cases in children are still on the rise,
Of course they
country,
are.
nationwide, you know.
Because you got idiots like DeSantis that are anti-mask and still trying to follow the Trump agenda.
So
I wonder
you
how
know,
good that cock juice must be tasting.
what?
Go ahead.
Okay.
Aha.
I'm certain you guys have
Cup
heard
of
about
cock
Gabby.
juice. Cock juice. Cup
Gabby,
of
the
cock
missing
juice.
white girl from Long Island. They found her body. It's been confirmed that the body that was found is hers. The boyfriend or fiance still can't be found. And
He lawyered up when he got here.
he did. He lawyered up and then he vanished. He's
Can
gone.
I just say something?
I think.
I watched the Dr. Phil show where Gabby's dad was talking before they had found the body.
I saw that.
I don't know what's going to happen as a result of me saying this.
Temper yourself. Filter.
I think the father has something to do with it. I think the father and the fiance had something to do with it.
Her father?
Her father and the fiance. And here's why.
Oh boy.
If you watch him on that Dr. Phil interview, he just doesn't seem
genuine,
as distraught or as confused or as elevated in anger that the boyfriend would have the nerve to come home without his daughter. I wouldn't be surprised if later on we find out that there was an insurance policy or somebody's business might have been flailing. And the fact that he did not press the son, that fiance, he didn't press the fiance when he got home. I understand he said, oh, I can't have any contact with him. But when we have children, we make a silent pact to be prepared to see God in a jail cell if something happens to our kids.
I hate to say, but I think you're right.
We do. No one says it out loud, but we as parents, we always prepare to see God or a jail cell for our kids. I didn't get that. I hope that it's not true. And I hope they don't watch my little old podcast and, cancel me. But something's not quite right. You gave him days to get away. You gave that boy days to get away. And
So the person on Dr. Phil's show was whose father? Gabby's father or
Gabby's father?
The boyfriend's father.
Gabby's father. And he was, in my opinion, just not is something. Go back and watch it again. Guys, go back and watch it again.
I'm gonna have to watch it again to see. I did feel like he was
animated. He was a little too animated for me.
I felt like he was very well rehearsed.
Yes, bitch, yes.
I did feel that, but I did not go to thinking that, but I will be honest, I did feel like he was well polished and well rehearsed. Like we don't know what he does for a living, like this,
but we know he has but we know he has resources because her picture, how many black girls are still missing? This white girl was soon as. So he got resources, or relationships, but he was just he wasn't convincing to me. Mm-hmm. And Petito, is that Italian?
I guess.
He seemed Italianish. That means you probably got mob relations. Now this is when I'm going off the rails. Totally off the rails, Jonesy. Don't listen to me. Mob related. Y'all would have got at that boyfriend. Even if it wasn't you. Somebody would have got at that boyfriend. You gave him days enough to get away. And as long as you don't implicate me when you get away, go far. Go hide yourself. I could hear that being the conversation. I don't know the man, but I don't watch a lot of those type of shows on TV One.
Well, this entire story is really unfortunate, and I was hoping that she was found alive.
What happened to Mike? Well, what in the hell? I wasn't talking about you going away and hiding yourself. Come back, fool. Well, I kind of knew I had a feeling that they weren't gonna find her.
Yeah, I
When
didn't
he
think.
got the lawyer, I had a feeling. Who comes home and gets a lawyer? That
Mhm.
means you knew before you left that you
Yeah,
would need one.
yeah. And again, while this story is really, really unfortunate,
You knew so like they would never let a black man get a they would have listen.
before we even get to that, let's
Okay.
talk about the 700 Native American women in that area who have gone missing over the last 10 years that have gotten zero to no media attention.
That's why I said the family had resources.
Let's talk about that.
And how do people
And
with resources not use their resources to get to the bottom of it? As soon as that nigga landed down on a plane or by that, however he got home,
mhm, he drove, he was in the car, the van, and he came
it
back
would have been a
home.
pull up. It would have been a pull up. The father got resources to get her face all on all the news channels, but you don't have the resources to step to him before he got with his lawyer. And what's the need for the lawyer when you were just with her? That means you knew,
Because
like, is
you killed
everyone
her.
right? And is
You
everyone
killed her.
asleep at the wheel? Like, not. But then
But then,
again, the world now is what's right is wrong, and what's wrong is right. And what I saw, I didn't see, and what I didn't see, I saw. The
but
world
the
is
but the answer is it is upside down because his house was under FBI surveillance, and then all of a sudden he vanished. Like, where the hell did he go if he was under FBI surveillance? And the family was like, oh, on Tuesday he went for a hike over there somewhere, and we haven't heard from him since. What?
that's why
How
I
did that
think
happen?
because I think Gabby's dad has something to do with it. I think there's money involved. No disrespect, but certain folks will do anything. Remember what I said about the remember I did that reading? That reading I did for them white
Oh,
folks?
Jesus.
And they said that they were like, oh yeah, her husband killed her, and we know, and but they were more concerned about the missing money and the insurance policies. It seemed like common practice that, they kill off each other. Here, Mike comes back.
Okay.
Kill off each other when shit gets thick. So I mean, and again, that is a senseless killing because they showed video of them fighting, and then they show the cops that were called on the scene saying he was slapping her,
Mhm.
and then they're saying that, hey, Mike, welcome back.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I think somebody got a voodoo doll me somewhere. I don't
Oh,
know. Like this
goodness.
is like the second time that I'm just chilling, and all of a sudden they go, "But go ahead, go ahead. I'll
That's
catch up. I'll catch up."
probably the saints saving you from my dark spiraling hole down in the eternal pits of hell. Consider yourself lucky. Sometimes you just don't fight it.
That's right.
Don't let me take you down. Somebody's got to live to tell the story.
Oh shit, the darkness.
Mhm. Mhm.
So yeah, we were just saying that for him to have the resources to have his daughter's picture plastered over all of America's news media,
Yeah.
he would have had the resources to have that boy apprehended as soon as he landed down. And the FBI surveillance that he was supposedly under, they disappeared when he disappeared.
Yeah. It's just like, how do you disappear under FBI surveillance? I don't know. This is the strangest story. And again, what's so disheartening is while I was hoping that she was going to be found, there are women and men and children every single day of color disappearing, like vanishing, that get zero coverage. Families begging and pleading and pushing and prodding, zero coverage. But I don't, again, there's one difference.
There's an 11-year-old girl that went missing. This is my girlfriend's friend's daughter. And they were able to post it once again back to stop waiting for white America to care about you. They were able to get the TV1 news channels to post the little girl's picture. We got to stop waiting. They don't care about us. And okay, we don't really care about them. We have to look out for ourselves.
Mhm.
We have to take the responsibility ourselves as a culture.
No, you're absolutely right. But just America in general, the reason why they don't report it the way they would have to report it, because if it really came up like that, people would start to get interested and be like, how the fuck are all these people disappearing?
Thank
If
you.
they covered it with the intensity of COVID,
Exactly.
if they had that same intensity, all of a sudden you start getting people kicked up. Like, how are all
These people.
And everybody gets paranoid then because it gets selfish records, just like me. I'm like, well, wait a second. I got 3 kids. I
Mhm.
need to do it. Now we got to get involved and do
Mhm.
something. So they know how many people getting snatched up every day.
Yeah, but you know what? It's them that's paying the money for those black girls and those black boys and those Indian girls and those Indian boys to be sold into child sex slavery. And I watched the movie Hostel, and I saw all the rich white men that just be wanting to have a sick fantasy fulfilled with a black boy, and them beating them or cutting them or setting them on fire and then having sex with them. That's what that they do an auction. They do an auction, and the sellers usually are people that look like us, that lure us in. It'll usually be like, say, for example, it could be Tay. Come to my daughter's party, and I come, and then it'd be you and some guy that said,
Yeah.
I'll give you some money if you get her. And then next thing I know, they got me gagged in the back of a truck. I'm headed to the border, or I'm headed to the waterways where an undetected boat is going to take me away. And next thing I'm in Miramar sucking an 80-year-old stick while my hair is on fire, and he's laughing and enjoying it.
There was actually a couple of cases where like women were taking Uber rides and the Uber driver ended up going in some direction or to a location, and you're like, wait, where's this? Where are we going? Which prompted Uber to put in some additional safeguards, because that has happened on
Uber's reckless. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
Uber is reckless.
Uber's reckless. I'll give you a sex trafficking story quickly. I interviewed this lady. She was groomed in high school. When she was like 16 years old, they started grooming her and her friends, and they caught her up, and she got taken away for like 12 years before she could escape. Another quick story.
Wait, how many years?
She was gone for like 12 years. They had her hemmed up. She got out of there. Another lady, her daughter, she didn't know. Her daughter was getting her nails done out here in Texas, was getting her nails done. The lady who was doing her nails was taking pictures and videos and sending them to the person who wanted to traffic the little girl who she was doing the nails. And the mom was right there getting her feet done. And her mom was like, why are you taking pictures? And they caught up and they broke that down. And it was her, the little lady that was doing the little girl's nails, was sending videos and pictures to the person who was setting up the trafficking. Last thing, and then I'm gonna shut up. The biggest spot that happens in America during this sex trafficking thing is the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl, they haul all these young girls into the Super Bowl city. And the reason they find out is because that's normally the last time they use them, and they leave them in the Super Bowl city. So Super Bowl cities have this huge problem of having all these. They don't know if they're runaways. They don't know if they're homeless, but they leave them right there for Super Bowl Sunday.
I've never heard that before.
And I just know this from the lady who's trying to save these girls here in Texas, is trying to school these parents on they're being groomed in high school. They're being groomed by other girls who are already making a little bit of money from them. So it's their friends trying to get them into the life. It is
like that girl, like that Epstein girl. She went to my high school.
Yes.
And she said that the woman, the Ghislaine, whatever her name is, she used to come up there. And I could see it because when we would get out, we would all be congregated in front of LaGuardia High School. Anybody could, like, those kids were hanging out forever and smoking and doing whatever. Me, if I wasn't home by a certain time, my mom knew exactly how long it took me to take the trains. And if I wasn't home being accounted for, it was APBs put out. Plus, my sister worked at Channel 13, which was like right around the corner on 59th and Columbus. And our school was on 66. But parents that actually worked, because my mom did not, that worked and weren't home, so they could only be so accountable. I'm not surprised that Ghislaine woman was able to go and solicit a girl from my high school. Yeah. Just hanging out, just sitting outside the high school, just and wanting to be discovered. That's another thing. And when you go to those artsy high school, everyone wants to be a star. We're all wanting to be approached. Hell, my girlfriend, Kim, wound up being a part of a girl group, Petite, which later on became ex-girlfriend. She became a part of Petite because the man, Dr. York, do you remember Dr. York? Look up Dr. York. Everybody out there, look up Dr. York. He just happened to he went up there to the high school, knowing that girls wanted to be stars, and solicited. Now, nothing happened sexually, I don't think, but it could have. A grown-ass man coming to a high school, you want to be a singer? Let me hear you sing. Come on, I'm going to give you a record deal. So thank God Petite wound up not, they became ex-girlfriend, but all the time it happens. All the time it happens.
This is so very
What the
discouraging and
hell?
stressful and
Problematic on a number of levels.
it is so problematic on a number of levels. And the internet and Instagram and Facebook and TikTok has probably made this 100 times worse. It makes our children and young people even more accessible than they've ever been. Because
And they
you
don't
think,
believe it can happen to them.
right, because you believe your kid is home in their bedroom safe and sound, you know.
And they could be. And they're on TikTok or they're on YouTube
TikTok.
engaging with someone who they
Yes.
think is a kid their age,
Yes, and
being
they're
lured
not.
in.
And they're not. You know, my daughter asked for a phone and we were like, no, no. And she's like, well, why? And all my friends, yep, and all your friends. And
You said,
this
yep,
was
and all your friends.
and this was the day that the Nicki Minaj cousin's testicle thing hit the news. And that was my teachable moment for her. I said, this is one of the reasons why you're not ready for a phone, because people have platforms, they use them irresponsibly or they target you, and I can't protect you. I'm not finished training you so you can see the bullshit coming.
Right. And remember, their frontal lobe is not even
It's not
completely
fully
closed
developed.
yet.
That's
So
right.
as much as they want to get it, they're
They don't
incapable of
get
getting it.
They don't get your spidey senses are still very, very young. Right. And so, no, you're not ready, because this is how disinformation gets to our children young. They get lured into these sex traps or gangs or whatever else is out there. Instagram and Facebook did a whole study and then buried the goddamn study when it said that their platform damages young girls.
Yep. And they knew. Mark Zuckerberg knew,
They knew
and hid that.
they
He's the
buried it.
devil too. He's the devil too.
So imagine there being a product. Imagine there being a baby stroller out there that the company did a study on that says, yep, we're damaging children.
It's gonna kill your kid, but we ain't gonna let you know.
But we ain't gonna tell you, we're gonna bury the study.
But that's the same thing. But it's the same thing with what company is that was just made to pay all that millions of dollars for, was it opioids? Because they knew.
Oh yeah. Purdue. I think it was.
I don't know if it was Purdue.
The family who owns the company.
I don't know if it was the Purdue family.
No.
It was.
They did have something to do with it, but the one you're talking about is a documentary on opioids, and
the family is it the Johnson and Johnsons? No, they were the talcum powder. It was one of those families, like
the opioid settlement. Let's see. It's Purdue Pharma.
Yeah, because I watched a documentary on Purdue.
I thought it was another. But anyway, but to the point, they knew, but they said, let's let it go for as long as we can before we actually have to own it and settle.
Right. And no one's gonna go to jail.
And look at freaking what's his name? The Aaron Brockovich lawyer that was married, the white lawyer. Remember the Aaron Brockovich, who found out that all those toxic fumes, those toxic pipes were the reason why the women in that town were getting cancer and dying, and it was in the water. And she convinced the lawyer to take the case up. And first he said no. Now he's in jail.
Really?
Now granted, he's not even in jail. He's just signed it. He signed himself into a nursing home to avoid jail. So now, granted, I'm watching his wife on Housewives of
Housewives.
He's married to one of the housewives. Her name is Erica Jane.
I gotta eat my blueberries.
Yeah. This established Aaron Brockovich lawyer married this 30 or 40-year younger woman, Erica Jane, and gave her this whole lifestyle. And she wanted to be a singer, and he, pays for her to have full 24-hour hair and makeup, and it's like he created a fake world for her to make her feel like she's a real star. She does Vegas, she does this, but he pays for it all. Well, come to find out, he ain't been paying his bills, nor has he been paying out the settlements to his clients.
Wow.
So it's all playing out on the Housewives of, is it Malibu or Housewives of Orange County? One with the black girl on it with Garcelle Bouvet.
Yeah, I don't know which one it is, but
it's
I know.
Playing out on there, but it feeds into the point. Mike, give me a minute. I know you're laughing because this is like gossip with a tinge of reality, but if the Aaron Bronkovich lawyer is going to jail for fraud,
Mm.
we all fucked up. What? Why do you laugh?
I wasn't expecting that.
But it's real. And so to avoid jail, he checked himself into an old person's facility, and he's trying to say that he's mentally insane. And because he's like 89, she's trying to say, well, I did notice his memory.
You just noticed his memory.
I did notice his memory was fading and he was doing odd things. Yeah, bitch, because you the spouse and you on the hook too.
Oh, shit.
I mean, he is 89.
Yeah,
Listen.
at this point.
Well, he divorced her, found out he had side bitches on her. So he wasn't that old. He knew where to stick it.
Oh shit.
But I was just like, that's just more of the same.
Oh my
He
goodness.
took people's settlements. Like a whole bunch of, if you look him up, the Bronkovich, the Aaron Bronkovich attorney, he took a bunch of people. She was like, well, I didn't know we had property in Malibu. I didn't know we had, he never gave me the address and I never bothered to ask. Now, people out there.
I'm still trying to look up Dr. York. Yo, I just got Dr. York on my phone. Like, it says Dwight York. I don't know. The guys, I don't know.
Does he have a pointy beard?
He's black, and let me see. They had
there's only one Dr. York.
Yeah. He got a pointy beard. He looked crazy. He has another name, also known as something else. Malik.
He had a whole bunch of aliases. He even used to have a magazine. It was like a kind of like a cult following magazine. Like he was also like a spiritual something or another. Yeah.
Jeez.
Who knew Dr. York discovered ex-girlfriend? Why don't you come home? Come home. Why don't you come home? Cue music.
In his spare time, he was an A&R. Like when he
Real talk, I can't make this up. I'm not even joking. But to the point,
in jail.
Of course he is.
It gotta be. That's where you gotta end up.
Right.
Books, right knowledge.
But the bitch, the Ghislaine bitch that was getting all the white girls from LaGuardia High School for Epstein, she's still alive.
Ain't she locked up and she ain't talking yet? I think she's locked up.
She's never gonna talk.
I couldn't even watch that whole documentary, and
it was too much.
And I'm not gonna lie, I got filth in me. I couldn't go through the whole. I got filth. Like I'm from the mud. But,
we all got filth.
Yeah, but
we all got pain.
We all got pain. I was like 30 minutes into it. I said I can't do it. It ain't. Look, I don't know none of these people. I just turned it off. I said I'm good.
Yeah.
Let's make sure my kids were in the house. All right, you all in the house? All right, fuck these other chicks. All right, as long as y'all in the house.
It's real. It's disheartening. This week was a tough week for me. This week I just felt like,
Let me tell you something.
It was just a lot.
Wow. I didn't even. Then thank God I didn't call you with my shit.
Yeah.
So to the point.
Wow.
I need makeup tutorials and someone to help me get my shit together moving forward. Thank you to everybody that really enjoys these shows, because I read the comments from last week and a lot of you look forward to the shenanigans and the laughs. Thank you, Mike, for providing the laughs and research for alley-ooping the shenanigans.
No problem.
Ask me later. But other than that, so yeah, that's, I'm realizing that I'm a mother of two boys, two kings, that just happens to be a Miss Jones. That happens to be in the record industry or the industry. That shit don't
regular
stop.
Kids. Yeah.
Right. And I'm a regular chick. Like that shit, I want to chill. As much as I love it, and as much as I look forward to the next phase, which is great news that I told you guys, but I'm not telling everybody yet, I still am getting pulled back into motherhood.
Yeah.
Yep. Not done yet.
And I love my kids, but the shenanigans, they're it's like three little me's. God bless you all in Hot 97, every radio station that's ever housed me. I think I finally get it. I think I finally get it. Yeah. Yeah. Perhaps I should have been paying the stations.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. Everything in its time, Mike Sean. Everything in its
Everything.
time.
You're exactly right. You're
I guess.
exactly right.
I guess. And
Everything.
on that note.
On that note,
All right.
see you guys next week, hopefully. So the IG Miss Jones official page, that's in jail. So while I can still post and communicate, I can't go live. So please check me out at Only Jonesy1, and we'll put that up for you. Only Jonesy1. And thank you to our sponsors. Big shout out to Diamond Brinks, the Diamond Brinks store, for the fabulous lashes. See, look, they went right back on. No problem at all. Check them out on Shopify. Thank you to Warner Brother Records. I think it was Warner Brother. Yeah, Warner Brother Records, Mobile Break Guys, and Sarah Brown Caterers. Appreciate you guys for writing. And if you want to advertise, don't think that, I can't afford it or whatever. Talk to us. We'll work something out for you. It might just be a mention during the show, and but email me at Miss Jones Reunion if you're trying to advertise, if you want me to book. And this is our contact information beneath our names. If you want any of us to book or host something, we appreciate you. I know I sure do. This is my therapy. And hopefully you check out the Fallback Comedy Show. I don't know what happened to Rip Michael. I don't know. But he was supposed to join us tonight. And now I'm wrapping up because if not, Che will beat me.
Oh, Lord. All right, good night.
Good night, guys.
Everybody have a great time. Thanks for, don't forget to support Jonesy. Support. There we go. Yep.
Bottle with my white hand. My white hand. My very white hand. You privileged piece of hand, you. How dare you?
Turn this thing off.
I don't know how.